Please welcome, performing Let the Bright Seraphim from the oratorio Samson by G.F. Handel and the second Minuet by Joan Busby, accompanied by Mayowa Ogundipe on the trumpet and Bright Palap on piano. Mary Okwori. A round of applause.
The Lord uplifted angel through blue. The loud uplifted in the trumpets blow. My granny used to say to me when I was very small, how she remembered well the day she went to her first ball. How in her dress of crinoline she sat from 2 till 8, and how through all those hours she went for fear she might be late. And Grandpapa and Grandmama had never even met when Grandpapa asked Grandmama for the second minuet. The hall, she said, was like a dream of blue and gold and red, and Grandmama was quite the belle, at least so Grandma said. And all the men were very smart in coats of every hue, but one, the fairest of them all, was dressed in palest blue. And Grandpapa and Grandmama had never even met when Grandpapa asked Grandmama for the second minuet. The man in blue came passing by and chanced to turn his head. He fell at once in love with her, at least so Grandma said. And that is all about the ball that I to tell you dare, 'cause Grandpapa and Grandmama are sleeping over there. But Grandpapa and Grandmama had never really met when Grandpapa kissed Grandmama in the second minuet.
ṣọ́ mi nígbà tí mo jí òun ló gbé mi nígbà tẹ́bi ń pa mí òun ló bọ́ mi òun ló bọ́ mi òun ló bọ́ mi. Nígbà tí mo sùn, òun ló ṣọ́ mi. Nígbà tí mo jí, òun ló gbé mi. Nígbà tẹ́bi ń pa mí, òun ló bọ́ mi. Òun ló bọ́ mi. Òun ló bọ́ mi. Kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ràn mi, kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ràn mi, kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ràn mi. Kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ràn mi. Olúwa kò gbé ọ o. Nígbà tí mo sùn, òun ló ṣọ́ mi. Nígbà tí mo jí, òun ló gbé mi. Nígbà tẹ́bi ń pa mí, òun ló bọ́ mi. Òun ló bọ́ mi. Òun ló bọ́ mi.
creates no trouble, no trouble in thy breath. Remember me, remember me, but I forget my fate. Remember me, but I forget my fate. Remember me, remember me, but I forget my fate. Remember me, but I forget my fate. When I am laid in earth, may my wrongs create no trouble in thy breast. When I am laid in earth, may my wrongs create no trouble in thy breast. Remember me, remember me, but I forget my fate. Remember me, but I forget my fate. Remember me, remember me, but I forget my fate. Remember me, but forget my fate.
I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with the word or song, if I can tell somebody he's traveling wrong, then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. If I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living shall not be in vain. If I can do my duty as a Christian, if I can bring back beauty to the world abroad, if I can spread love's message that the Master taught, then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. Then my
scendo in Candro, mi metto in la sorciera del colle e aspetto grande tempo e non mi pesa la lunga attesa. E uscito dalla folla cittadina, all'uomo vicino Bogotà salió Chi sarà e come sarà giunto? Che dirà che amerà butterfly dalla lontana? Io senza dar risposta me n'era nascosta un po' percilla, un po' per non morire ed il racconto in penna che ammira pincino mulettina, lezzo di verbena, i nomi che mi dà far sovvenire. Tutta questa verrà, te ne prometto, tentino dopo l'ora, Luca ci corre fede, io aspetto. Nessun torma, nessun torma. Tu piurio principezza, nella tua fredda stanza guardi le stelle che tremano d'amore e di speranza. Ma il mio mistero è chiuso in me, il nome mio nessun saprà, no, no,
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mrs. Francesca Emanuel Memorial Concert. She was an accomplished civil servant, a very, very successful administrator, a poet, an actress. She was also a talented singer and a distinguished woman of arts. In the course of this program, we will be enjoying a multimedia-enhanced performance of our wonderful patron and founder, and of course, music from the great MUSON choir. But before then, ladies and gentlemen, a fantastic performance from an accomplished pianist and the chairman of the Musical Society of Nigeria. Please welcome with me, Mr. Louis Mbanefo, SAN.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, trustees of MUSON, Mr. Bode Emanuel, the sponsor of this concert, distinguished members of the Duro Emanuel and Pereira families represented here, ladies and gentlemen, the sudden passing away of Mrs. Francesca Emanuel, a founder, trustee, patron, and artist of MUSON, on Tuesday, 14th April 2020, came as a terrible shock to us all in MUSON. She was hale and hearty during a meeting of the Board of Trustees held barely 2 weeks before her demise, and gave no premonition of her impending demise. However, we are grateful to God that she did not suffer a long period of illness and incapacity. Francesca was born on September the 19th, 1933, to the Pereira family in Lagos, where she had her early education. She gained admission to Holy Child College, Lagos, in 1946, and during her schooling career, her considerable talents as a singer earned her many plaudits and prizes. In 1952, after obtaining the Cambridge School certificate in top grade, she was admitted to the University College, Ibadan, now University of Ibadan, where she studied geography. In 1955, she obtained the Inter-BA, after which she transferred to the University College London for her main degree and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts honors degree in geography in 1959. Francesca Emanuel was a woman of many parts. She was an accomplished public servant, a successful administrator, a talented singer, poet, actress, as well as a distinguished patron of the arts and social causes. She had her professional career largely in the civil service and went through the whole gamut of various arms of the Federal Civil Service, becoming the first lady permanent secretary in the country in July 1975. She served for over 13 years as permanent secretary in different ministries before her retirement. And she served with distinction in many governmental and non-governmental bodies and organizations. She has been a mentor and role model to many women. In acknowledgement of her contributions, she received a large number of awards and recognitions, notably the award by the federal government of the Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON. I first met Mrs. Emanuel at the residence of the then British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Sir Mervyn Brown, in 1982. Being then the preeminent Nigerian soprano singer, she was a regular participant at concerts organized by Sir Mervyn, and I soon had the pleasure and privilege of accompanying her on the piano in many concerts. Our interactions at Sir Mervyn's led to our becoming founder trustees of MUSON, together with Mr. Kintola Williams, Chief Ayorosiji deceased, Chief Rashid Badamusi deceased, and others in 1983. And we both remained trustees and patrons of MUSON up until her demise. During the first 18 years of the existence of MUSON, I was chairman of its artist committee with Mrs. Emanuel as vice chairman. Together, we organized all the musical and artistic events of MUSON. At the instigation of the artist committee, she set up the MUSON choir with Emeka Nwokedi, a choir which has attained international standards within a few years. Mrs. Emanuel and I formulated the idea of an annual festival for MUSON, and she became the pioneer chairman of the MUSON Festival Planning Committee in 1997, in which capacity she set up the template for all the future festivals. And this is the 25th version. Needless to say, the debt that MUSON owes to her is immeasurable. And the personal debt of gratitude I owe to her, especially during my chairmanship of MUSON between 1995 and 2001, for her unflinching support, dedication, friendship, advice, and loyalty cannot be quantified. She was indeed the quintessential woman of timber and caliber. Some years ago, I was asked to speak on the qualities of Mrs. Emanuel. I summed up by saying, and I quote, "God was in a particularly good mood when he created her. For he bestowed on her the panoply of gifts that any human being can dream of, let alone possess. What are these virtues? She was beautiful, she was elegant, she was kind-hearted, she was brilliant, she was intellectual, she was hospitable, she was dependable, she was unflappable, she was courageous, she was irrepressible, she was resourceful, she was friendly, she was humble, and she was supremely talented." As we lawyers say, res ipsa loquitur, unquote. In MUSON, Mrs. Emanuel never tired of facing new challenges. She never tired of helping others, and in addition to her considerable administrative skills, she contributed supreme musical, literary, and artistic talents. It has been a great privilege for me to enjoy a very warm friendship with her over a period of 38 years. I've enjoyed her hospitality on so many occasions, and she was a frequent visitor to our house. I shall always treasure her sense of humor as well as her sense of mischief. But above all, her meticulous attention to detail on any issue she considered was an incalculable asset to us all in MUSON. She will be very sorely missed by my wife and myself and the entire MUSON community, as well as the multitude of organizations in which she played crucial roles. Our heartfelt sympathies go to her husband, her son Muyiwa, as well as the entire Duro, Emanuel, and Pereira families. And we pray that God, in his infinite mercy, grants her soul a very peaceful repose. Thank you.
Who can perform like my own dear chairman? He deserves another round of applause. We would like to hear a tribute from the Emanuel family. Please welcome with me, Dr. Yemi Cole.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I stand here as the second child of the Duro Emanuel family. Dr. Leonard Abosede Emanuel is my older brother. There are a few of us present here, and I'm talking with trepidation. Everything I wanted to say about my sister-in-law, my friend, has been said by Mr. Benefo. So all I would talk about now is what Franco, but I would say Yetunde, because my father called him Yetunde, is what she meant to us in the Duro Emanuel family. We loved her. I was the first person in the family to know her because she was a year my senior at Holy Child College. Up school. Franco married my brother. They had 2 children. Everybody says Muiwa. The first one was also Muiwa. He was Ola Muiwa. And the second one is Ade Muiwa. Franco was very dear to us because she was like a sister. She wasn't a sister-in-law to any of us. She looked after us. She cooked for us. She was a very good cook. I'm not going to talk about any part of her life. I'm just going to talk about the Duro Emanuel family. She was a very good cook. We never missed anything when we went to her house. She left us with our brother. She never interfered in our conversations. If we had trouble, she'll say, she will go away. We loved her. On the day Muiwa called me and said, Auntie, I said, Muiwa, he said, no, my mother died last night. I said, what do you mean your mother died last night? Because none of us knew she was ill. It was a shock. It's a shock that we still go on with. People talk. They don't know anything. My brother was devastated to lose her. We loved Yetunde. She was our Olori, as one of my brothers used to call her, Olori Ile Emanuel. And I remember When you talk, they will say, I am Francesca Yetunde Pereira, ìyàwó Bọ́sẹ̀, ìyá Múyìwá. May she rest in peace. We will continue to love her. We will continue to miss her in the Duro Emanuel family. We will continue to miss her. Please remember her with love. Remember her with affection. Her father and our father were very good friends. And I remember my father died on the day of her father's birthday. So we have so many things in common. Her 2 sisters, well, let me say her 4 sisters, I knew them all very well. They were Sisi Funlayo, Sisi Fola, Sisi Olubunmi, to me, because I knew me Yetunde even before she decided to marry my brother. I will continue to miss her. I will continue to love her. Every day I went into Franco's house, I never left without one piece of fabric. She said, Ayemi, she was like that. A lot of things have been said about her, but you cannot know how much she meant to us. Her sisters won't agree with me, but they did not know the relationship between us. So, Franco, Olori Emanuel, Aya Bose, Sonreo, Odigbose, Odiarinwonoku. We will continue to love you. And we will continue to love your son, even though he's naughty. But we will continue to love him. When he was young, you used to say, because he's your favorite nephew. He will always be my favorite nephew. And I will always continue to love him. Thank you very much for the love you showed the Emanuel family. Thank you for your care of my brother. Because until you died, even though you were not living together, you will call me and say, Yemi, kini boso sheshe? You loved him. You loved him with a love that's very rare among us women. Thank you very much. We will remember you always. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, well, we are here to honor Mrs. Francesca Yetunde Emanuel, who established this choir with me in 1995. She was instrumental to the formation of this choir. So we're here to honor her. I will start with the composition she did, and she loved so much. The first song is a composition by her. Please relax and enjoy yourself. of applause for Mrs. Emanuel, who is now with the angels in heaven. One more time.
Toil ye no more, ye ends your labor. He who made thee wants thee back home. Ye humble servant, go take thy sweet rest. May your soul rest in perfect peace. my sisters, are you ready for the journey? Do you want to see my Jesus? I'm waiting for the chariot because I'm ready to. I'll never can't forget that day. Right when all my sins were taken away. Right.
My feet were snatched on the Mahali clay. Right. I'll serve my Lord till judgment day. Right.
Right, oh Lord, right, oh Lord, right.
I'm gonna ride.
I'm gonna ride.
Thank you. We're almost coming to the end, but there is a special request by the sponsor of this program, Bode Emanuel. He requested we, as soloists, we sing I Vow to Thee, My Country. And we are asking Fred Duke to please come and do that. A special request.
I vow to thee, my country, all earthly things above, entire and whole and perfect, the service of my love. The love that asks no question, the love that stands the test, that lays upon the altar the dearest and the best. The love that never falters, the love that pays the price, the love that makes undaunted the final sacrifice. And there's another country I've heard of long ago, most dear to them that love her, most great to them that know. We may not count her armies, we may not see her king, her fortress is a faithful heart, her bride is sovereign, and soul by soul and silently her shining crowns increase, and her ways of gentleness, and all her paths are peace. On an hill far away, to the rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame, and I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a war of lost sinners was slain. So I cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old
rugged cross, in a stinging Sunday for a crown. So I cherish thee, O rugged cross, till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to thee, O rugged cross, and exchange it someday for a cross, so despised by the world, has upon you such passion for me. For the fear of God left His glory above, so nearly to so I cherish thee, O rugged cross, till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to thee, O rugged cross, and exchange it someday for a In the old rugged cross, stained with blood so divine, a wondrous beauty I see. For 'twas on that old cross Jesus suffered and died to pardon and sanctify me. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown.
as we celebrate the life of our dear Mrs. Francesca Yetunde Emanuel, we equally remember all the members of the Board of Trustees, founding members of this great institution. We remember the likes of our dear mother, late Madam Oye Williams, late Pa Ayo Roshiji. We remember also the charismatic Rashid Badomosi. Likewise, late Otto Lijadu. We pray for their souls to continue to rest in peace.
I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I'm going to live with God. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I'm going to live with God. Soon we'll be done with the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world. Soon we'll be done with the troubles of the world, going home to live with God. Soon we'll be done with the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world. Soon we'll be done with the troubles of the world, going home to live with God. No more, no more, whipping on the wailing, no more, no more, whipping on the wailing, no more, no more, whipping on the wailing. I'm going to live with God. No more, no more, whipping on the wailing, no more, no more, whipping on the wailing, no more, no more, whipping on the wailing, whipping on the wailing, on the wailing, on the wailing. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I'm going to live with God. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I'm going to live with God.
Mrs. Francesca Yetunde Emanuel has gone to live with God.
Mrs. Francesca Yetunde Emanuel has gone to live with God. She has gone to live with God.
solo sogna l'orizzonte manca le parole. Sì, lo so che luce in una stanza quando mai cai sole. Se non ci sei tu con me su le finestre. Mostrai tutto il mio cuore che hai acceso, chiudi dentro me la luce che hai incontrato per strada. Time to say goodbye. Sì che non ho mai attraversato con te. Adesso sì li vivrò con te. Partirò su navi per mari che io lo so non esistono più. It's time to say goodbye.
Quando sei lontana sogna all'orizzonte manca le parole. Sì, lo so che tu sei qui con me, con me. Tu mi allona, tu sei qui con me. Io solo e tu sei qui con me, con me, con me, con me. Con te partirò. Ah, e sì che non lo so. Vedi tutto è vissuto con te. Adesso se le vivrò con te. Partirò su navi per mari che ormai no esistano più. Con te io vivrò, con te partirò su navi per mari che io lo so non esistono più. Con te io vivrò, con te
You will all agree with me, it's been an eventful evening. It's absolutely beautiful. But we can't end tonight without hearing the voice of one who is meant to cap this all up in a vote of thanks. Please welcome with me, Mr. Muyiwa Duro Emanuel.
Good evening, everybody. Normally, around this time, my mom, attending a concert, would be bringing out a little notebook and one tiny little micro biro. And what she's doing is critiquing everybody that performed. She enjoyed their performance. And I once made the mistake of asking her, can't you just enjoy the performance and go? Didn't you enjoy it? She said, yes, I did. But I want to enjoy it better next time. So if I don't give them pointers now, they won't improve. And I'll get the same thing again. And I'm prefacing my vote of thanks with this because I miss my mom terribly. Like a lot of people here, she left voids in our lives. And they happen in the most incredible ways. There are a lot of people here who discovered that their passion for the arts and the music could be a reality, no matter the situation in Nigeria. Because she would tell them, everything you see here today started in living rooms of about 12 people who loved music, classical music to be precise. And each and every one of them is mostly family to me because I was the jobless kid that quickly go and get the peanuts, go and get the this, go and get the that. Everybody's going here today. Do you have the sheet music, this one? I can't read music. I can't sing worth much. I can't play. But I felt part of it. And that was her secret. Make yourself part of it because art is every single person's refuge from grim reality. It makes you laugh, makes you cry. It makes you access parts of yourself that you keep in check. You're transported by music. You are moved by word, spoken, sung. So the first thank you is to her. Because I don't think anybody has really noticed, but my mom managed to perform today, and I thank MUSON for that. MUSON is a family. It started in living rooms. Today, we're a family writ large, and the MUSON Center is a salon writ huge. Never let us forget that, because that is how we fill her void. That is how we thank her. Now, all that being said, I would first like to thank the entire MUSON family, the Board of Trustees, the organizing committee, every single performer here, those who moved lights, the person who typed the lyrics, the person who ran the PowerPoint, the person who set up the slideshow, the sound engineer, the TV guy. It takes everybody to deliver passion. And I thank you all for that. Although the Yoruba proverb, and I will not try and pronounce it in Yoruba because that's another reason why my aunt would be frustrated with me, because I love you, but don't speak Yoruba. So instead, I will say that there's a saying, most will know it, that family does not have to say thank you. But I take the point of thanking my aunt and uncle because funding of the arts, for whatever reason, for someone you love, for the love of music, even simply to hear a piece of music that, but for your request, may be lost to the world. I thank my family for their generosity of spirit, generosity of heart. Because we celebrate somebody that nothing we can do will ever match what she has done. But it's not supposed to. You're supposed to do what you can do, and it is for others to find out that they can't do what you do. And lastly, I would like to thank every one of you here today who have attended out of a love of music. It takes time to go through traffic. It takes time to center yourself. It takes time to remove yourself from worry and appreciate an event such as this. By your attendance, by your interest, by your engagement, you have taken what should be a somber regret and made it a quiet celebration. You've made it a reaffirmation. So I would like to thank each and every one of you. If there were time and I had the memory, I would thank you all by name. I will reserve that thanking one person by name for a particular person, Miss Sade Doherty, who was supposed to be here today and behind the scenes has run around managing my participation in this, my commitment to this, and I am not the easiest person. It's like herding cats. So I thank MUSON. I thank the Board of Trustees. I thank Mr. Louis Mbanefo on many different levels I won't go into. I thank him as a young lawyer who he supervised in his final year thesis in something that everyone else told him, what relevance of this or is this to Nigeria? By telling me, if you think the law of the sea and the UN Convention is something that you want to stake your career and your academic prowess on, go ahead, who's to say? He continues today from the legal realm to art. He performed today, for which I am grateful. So, every one of you, I wish you the good grace of a safe journey home. I thank you all for your attention, your participation, and your applause, because that is the currency of the artists. They know that they have communicated with you. So, thank you, everyone. And as I thank you, please continue to give us every support and every reason to continue to give thanks, each in your own way. For I know that that is what she would have wanted. Thank you all very much.
On this note, I would like to call to the podium one last time for tonight our chairman, Mr. Louis Mbanefo, SAN.
Well, thank you very much, Benegwewi, and excellent work you've done as a compere. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank, in particular, Mr. Bode Emanuel for sponsoring this concert. And I thank you all for being here tonight to enjoy this particular occasion, which shows the legacy that Mrs. Francesca Emanuel has bequeathed to Nigeria. Thanks to her hard work, we now have all these immensely talented musicians who would never have seen the light of day without the sacrifices over 38 years made by Mrs. Emanuel and other people. So we are proud of her achievements. I'm sure that she's sitting there in heaven looking down and telling the angels, well, we did it. Well, it's been a long evening, and I thank all the performers for their excellent performances. Most of these people, practically all of them, were trained in MUSON. And when we started the journey 38 years ago, we never dreamt it'll come to this. We never dreamt it. All we're interested in doing was having about half a dozen concerts a year for people who love classical music. And from that, it has grown beyond our wildest dreams. So we thank God for the progress of MUSON, and we look forward to many, many more years of the further progress of MUSON. Well, that brings to an end this evening, and I thank you all for being here. The festival is just starting, and we hope to see you in all the events tomorrow, the day after, and Sunday night when we'll have the gala concert. So I wish you all a very good night, and thank you for coming.